Don't. Breaking my losing streak.
Is there a bottle of something that we pour into it? Do you think we'll pour a bottle there? Here's a lens cap. A lens cap up here fell off of somebody's. Where all these people come from?
Walk like a chicken.
Well, obviously Chuck Chalmers didn't win. And even if he did, he's not here. Winner must be present to drink from the cup. He gave it a good run. Chuck Chalmers, those of you who didn't hear, he was here last week. I think the conference was here last week. Doug and Terry Jackson, you were robbed. You were robbed of the cup of inconvenience. Now, as some of you know, and some of you have the great privilege of meeting our German journalist, Matthias Masusa. He's come here to write an article about our organization, about the Chesterton Conference. He came from Germany to write an article for a German magazine.
Wow! Yay!
While he was here, he decided, well, I'm going to America, I'll check out a few things. So he goes to Hollywood first. That wasn't such a good idea. Then he went to Las Vegas. He lost a lot of money. But that's because he left it in his cab. Never got a chance to let it, be lost the traditional way in Las Vegas. Blew it all in the cab. Working his way towards San Antonio.
No, up to Santa Fe first.
I
From
went to Santa Fe, yeah.
down to Arizona because I needed some money, and I had friends in Arizona in Snowflake. They gave me money, and
I was going to tell you, he got some money. Let me tell you how he spent it. He had to spend it to get out of jail. I think he's the first one who ever got thrown in jail on his way to a Chesterton conference. He's also the first person who ever tried to bribe me to win the Cup of Inconvenience. And even though I accepted the money, he's not winning.
very good.
Yeah,
You've broken my losing streak.
yeah, I think bribes are wrong. Now, speaking of losing money, our dear, sweet Karen Hornsby, first day of the conference, loses her wallet. Not only her money, her credit cards, her driver's license, which means she can't get on an airplane to go home. Because you need your stupid driver's license. For some reason, you know why you need your driver's license to get onto an airplane? Because you have to wear a seatbelt on the airplane. And they still, even though you have a driver's license to get onto the airplane, they still have to tell you how to buckle it. She was severely, severely inconvenienced. But sorry, Karen. I'm now going to read from a document, after which I will not answer any questions. This is written by a certain Emma Fox Wilson. Emma's Bid is what it's called. It's a typed document. It says, I am writing this on Friday because I fear I may not survive long enough to submit this. I am writing it for the second time because the first time I wrote it, the hotel computer shut down quite randomly halfway through, and I lost all my work. I was unable to log out of the computer before it shut down, and as you pay for the computer time by swiping your credit card before you start work, it seems probably that I'm being charged as you read this. I remortgaged the house and sold a kidney to fly here from my home in Birmingham, England, via Newark, where I had a nice 6-hour stopover plan so that I could peer at Manhattan, a lifetime's dream. That was your first mistake. The night before I flew, United canceled my flight, but said they would reschedule me somehow and that I should go to the airport as normal. The morning of my departure, I got up at 3 to be able to leave at 5. I called United and found out that they had not rescheduled my flight, nor indeed had done anything at all. They said that they could not get me there all day. After I shouted a lot, they put me on a different flight, but one that was leaving from London, a 3-hour drive from my home. So rather than the leisurely couple hours of packing I had anticipated, I found myself throwing clothes at random into a suitcase. This explains the horrid state in which she's seen. I mean, she obviously puts some of her husband's clothes into the suitcase. And, he dresses well, I would say. I think most of the clothes were still on hangers, while my husband revved up his car outside. We need not have rushed. The door to the cargo hold fell off of my plane while we were still on the tarmac. So we had to sit for an hour whilst it was repaired. During that hour, all chance of my making my connecting flight vanished. The connecting flight had anyway been changed from the one at Newark, which would have allowed my dream glimpse of Manhattan, to one from Houston. Just wait. I have no interest in Houston. Don't worry, you're among friends. The nice thing about Texans, they have thick skin. You insult a Texan, it just rolls right off. They handle it so well. You know, Texans are probably the most difficult people to insult in the world. They're impervious to anything bad said about them. This is a shame. I came to know the Houston airport very well, having run the full length of all 5 terminals there, not once but 3 times. This is hard to do.
She missed the mosaic. The most important thing there.
You missed the mosaic, the most important thing there. Good point. Let me just make a note of that. You missed the mosaic in Houston 3 times. It's hard to do this with 2 suitcases loaded with random clothes still on their hangers. I missed 3 flights because they took so long to get through, because I took so long to get through customs. The people ahead of me in the queue, that's the word for line, who had to make the same connecting flight were fast-tracked, and they made it. The shift changed just as I arrived at the head of the queue, that means line, and the new guy would not fast-track me. And then it switches to all uppercase capital screaming letters. And she says, I'm not making this up, but the cap locks on this computer has now become stuck. luggage disappeared onto a plane that I was not on. My carry-on luggage was later taken from me and stowed as checked luggage. I became anxious that they would soon take the clothes that I stood in and lose those as well. The in-flight entertainment for the 10-hour leg of the trip was broken just in my seats. They could not move me to another seat. The children in the seat in front of me, aged about 1.5 and 2, both had bird flu and Ebola. They whiled away the flight by kneeling up on their seats and coughing directly into my face. Except when they were being shouted at by their father or screaming. I did not sleep at all for 28 hours. This is the 28 hours it took me to do a journey that should have taken 13. When I arrived, I was so tired that I did not notice that my shower leaked badly. I left all my bags on the bathroom floor. When I got out of my morning shower the next day, I found all my bags were sitting in 1 inch of water. I sleep naked. Emma, do you recall what you said today when you were in front of everyone here? You said trying to be at ease to imagine everyone naked. Now we have the inconvenience of trying to return the favor. First morning, threw open the curtains, secure in the knowledge that I was on the second floor, and hence safe from observation. Unfortunately, I had not realized that the local bus tours start directly outside my window, and these are open-topped double-decker buses. When I opened the curtains, I found myself confronted by a sea of horrified faces. Strong men cried. Women shielded their children. Every time I left the hotel, I immediately got badly lost on it, unless I was with the amazing Michael Daly, who appears to have inbuilt GPS. One time I needed to buy some supplies of alcohol and chocolate to dull the pain. The tourist office said that the nearest place I could get these was a head store 3 miles away. They gave me directions to the bus stop. I got badly lost on the way to the bus stop, ended up paying $30 for a cab ride. After I'd done my shopping, I discovered that there was a Walgreens that had everything that I had just spent so much money on 2 blocks from the hotel. Yesterday evening, exhausted from my battle, this would be the first night, exhausted from my battle to survive, I thought I should just have a short lie down on my bed before going to my first ever Afterglow, which is an event I've been excited about for the last 6 months. I awoke 5 hours later to find that I had missed the whole thing. Wearily, I went to turn out the bedside light, and in doing so managed to pull the entire substantial bedside lamp onto my head. It was dark. I did not know what had happened. I thought that Kevin O'Brien had somehow got into my room. was trying to kill me. Or possibly it was the Menger ghost. I now have a big lump on my head. I'm composing this in longhand while sitting in a very interesting talk on Schopenhauer. However, the speaker's reading out a lot of stuff about the pointlessness of life and the lure of suicide. I am sitting next to Kevin O'Brien. And the combination of these facts is making me begin to feel that there might be something to this Schopenhauer guy after all. I win. Come forward, come. Emma Fox Wilson, you may now drink from the cup of inconvenience. Emma, receive the mug of consolation. Piece of cake.
So funny.
We're at the end of a wonderful conference, everybody.